Hey guys, welcome to Mad Scientist BBQ. I'm Erica Yoder, and today I'm actually not cooking anything at all. My wife will be doing all the cooking today. She's filmed almost all of my videos and edited almost all those videos from the very first one I ever released. So, if I've done anything to teach people how to barbecue, she should hopefully know how to do it. Even though she's never used a single smoker or smoked a single thing in her life, today is going to be the day. She wanted to start tonight and let it cook overnight. So I've selected some meat, and I'll give her an option of seasonings. And we're going to keep it pretty simple. We're going to use the pellet smoker because she can't lift the door on the 1975 because it's pretty darn heavy. So I'm going to bring her on. She's going to take you through the process, tell her what she's thinking. She's going to walk you through the steps that she takes to hopefully get some really good food at the end. So stick around. We're all curious to find out how this turns out. My wife is many things, but a pitmaster she is not. Erica, come on down. How does it feel?
I'm so excited to be chosen.
$1, Bob. $1. you have to make a bid. We could bid on how much we would pay for the food, for a plate of the food that you cook at the end of this. Whoever's the closest without going over. I'm gonna say $19.
So that's pretty good then.
I have a lot of faith in you.
Wait, a plate of food or?
Yeah, it's like this meat plus some sides.
Food. Oh, okay. $17.
$17. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go get the meat that she's cooking. Then I will let you choose some seasonings, and then you're gonna tell us what we're gonna do. But first, you're gonna be using the Woodwind Pro from Camp Chef with blank, blank, blank square inches of cooking space. The Camp Chef Woodwind Pro. Blah, blah, blah. Starting small. Here you go.
Gosh, it's so heavy.
This is probably 25, 30 pounds. Time to get bumped up. So what are these?
These are beef ribs.
Excellent.
Beef short ribs.
In some ways, this is a very kind thing to choose for you to cook.
I barely have to trim this.
You're correct.
If this were a brisket, so I did not
I wouldn't be that cruel to her. I wouldn't be that cruel.
I thought about looking at your videos last night, knowing
that you've already seen each portion of that video 8,000 times.
It's true.
Okay.
But I decided not to cheat, and I'm just going to try to do this based off my own memory. No, I want to know how much I just actually absorbed.
Okay.
That would be really interesting to know. It's not like cramming for a test. It's like, what did I actually learn?
Yeah. Now that you know what it is, what are your initial thoughts?
I think that it's going to be pretty easy compared to what I thought it was going to be. If this were a brisket, I might need a lifeline.
50,
I'm going to see how it's going to go. 15
and ask the audience.
Ask the audience.
You could get on Instagram. Yeah, you can try it. I'll give you an ask the audience.
Ask the audience.
And you can do phone a friend with me. I will answer a question, and then 50-50. You can say, should I do this or this? And I'll tell you which one. Okay.
Okay. I want to say I'm going to season it with just salt and pepper, but I'm not that good yet.
You can choose whatever you want.
No, because if this were your beef ribs, I would say just salt and pepper.
All right, well, hey guys, just for you to know, even though I'm using salt and pepper 99% of the time, I have boxes and boxes of rubs and spices and anything she wants, we can use.
I think I want to use the Blues Hog rub that we used for that one beef rib that we compared salt and pepper to.
Okay, you want to use the Blues Hog beef rub?
Yes.
All right. I asked Erica what pellets she wanted to use. She wanted to use these new almond Cabernet pellets, which are really, really good. And you're going to try them on the beef today. We've used them on some other things, and they've been great. So, good choice, by the way. These almond Cabernet pellets pair really well with barbecue, and I'm guessing they're going to pair really well with beef. Which reminds me, I want to thank today's sponsor, Bright Cellars. Bright Cellars sent us this box, and the way it works is Erica took a 7-question quiz, and they have over 100 varieties of wine from over 10 countries, and so they match the wines to your taste preferences, and so these match Erica's taste preferences, and inside they come with wine education cards, so you can figure out what exactly you want to pair it with. So we're going to open up this box and find out what's going to be the best pairing for these beef ribs. Let's check it out.
I'm very excited.
We ordered these once before, and they were awesome, and we're excited about getting them again. Now, Erica's favorite venue to drink wine. She likes to watch The Bachelor with a glass of wine. She's actually missing The Bachelor right now to cook these beef ribs.
I put it on pause so I could come watch. I mean, so I could come cook.
So you could come cook, that's right. Wine education cards. What do you think about this one? Classic Australian style. Medium-bodied red.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh, maybe you should do the Cabernet Sauvignon because we're using the Cabernet pellets.
Oh, Cabernet because of Cabernet.
Pairing smoky chipotle cheddar, smoked sausage and peppers.
Okay.
All right, this could be a winner.
DIY crafting afternoons.
DIY crafting afternoons. Smoked cow's milk cheeses for the Shiraz. Slow cooker carnitas. Friday night dinner.
All about pairing with meat.
Main character is what it's called. A red blend. Dry rubbed ribs.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah, so we are going to be
ribs.
dry rubbing some ribs here. Cooking over a campfire under the stars. Oh, we'll choose between these two.
The cab.
Or do you want dry rub ribs?
We gotta do the dry rub ribs. Let's do the dry rub ribs.
Dry rub ribs. And there's probably some Cabernet in the red blend. So the education cards tell you about the wine itself, what kind of flavors to expect, what it pairs with, the temperature to serve it at. It's a really great way to learn more about wine and enjoy great wines. So here we have these 6 wines that they sent us, and this is the one.
This is the one
that we've chosen. So it's really fun. Like, we're having fun with this now. You guys are going to have fun with it too. And the best part is your satisfaction is guaranteed. They're going to make sure that you like what you get. And every box of wine will get progressively better and better as you rate the wines that you get. So it's more in line with exactly the flavors that you want. Now, I'm excited to see how you like this with your very own beef ribs. But I want to thank Bright Cellars once again for sponsoring today's video. And they're giving my viewers $100 off their subscription. That's the best deal they've ever given. Just click on the link in the description to get started.
I am cooking beef ribs for the first time by myself, and Jeremy's not helping me at all. He said I could have a lifeline and ask the audience, so I might put a question up here later that I need you to vote on to help me out to make these really good beef ribs.
So we got some Blues Hog, bold and beefy. Why don't you get these things ready? Get them on. At this point, I will be running the camera. Apologies. Erica will be doing the barbecue, so exactly the opposite of how it usually works.
Gosh, I feel like it's gonna take me forever to do all 4 of these. Oh, is that silver skin?
That's silver skin.
Does it always look like this?
It always looks like that.
It's actually silver. You should show this.
Hence the name. Okay, hold on. We'll blow the viewers' minds by showing something that they've seen 1,000,000 times.
It kind of looks like a fish. Are you tapping the screen where you want it to focus? Yeah.
Oh, those are some nice big ones.
Dang.
There you go.
Okay. I want to say I need to score the membrane, but I don't know if that's just going to make it... I don't think I've ever seen you do this. No, I'm not going to score the membrane. I see you, like, grab it here and then kind of go like this. But there's a lot of intramuscular marbling in the middle.
And what does that mean?
That means that there's going to be a lot of rendered fat in the final product, which means it's going to be juicy because what you perceive as moisture is not water, but rendered fat.
There you go. I knew I was getting through to somebody.
Oh, I got a bald spot already.
You're supposed... Never mind.
I'm supposed to get a bald spot?
I don't know.
Maybe that's what I need to ask the audience. The fat and silver skin is winning. Guga voted.
Guga.
Oh no, Guga didn't vote. Guga, you didn't vote? Alright, I'm gonna trim the fat and the silver skin.
So, are you gonna leave the membrane side completely as it is?
I was gonna, because we don't want the bones to fall apart. We want it to stay as one whole thing that we cut at the end. So
Very good.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think I remembered that you did that. Gosh, this is gonna take a long time.
Okay, Erica, you said you're pretty much done here. So,
yes.
What's the next step?
Now I'm going to put the Blues Hog seasoning on it. I really liked that rub, and so just because it's my first one, I want to give it a little more than just salt and pepper. Nice and light, like Randy.
What you want is real light coat?
I want the smoke to get in there, though. And for some reason in my head right now, I hear Chud saying, "Don't forget the sides.
Don't forget the edges." Rookie move.
Look at that marbling.
It's a shame I have to cover it up. It just looks so pretty. So now, I guess I will put them on the smoker.
What temperature?
Well, can I use my 50-50 for this?
Yes.
I was going to do 275. Should I start off at 275 or 250?
Neither.
No! Well, I know that you don't go lower than that, so maybe 300? What the heck? 350? 200? Okay, we cheated a little bit there. Jeremy's nodding behind the cameras.
We're going to let this go overnight. And so you're going to be asleep. And so we don't want it to overcook and be falling apart and dry it out by the time you wake up in the morning.
Okay, so
Right?
Jeremy
and this
saved
is a
me a little
pellet
bit
grill.
there. Yeah.
And so it's going to cook faster. So we're gonna keep it nice and low, 200. Then you'll get smoke flavor, and it won't overcook. So you should have great bark in the morning when you wake up, and it shouldn't be overcooked. And then you're ready to take care of the next steps.
Okay, so that was phone a friend. I used my. I need 30 seconds of advice from my friend.
Okay, definitely do 200.
Okay.
You could even go lower. I can open the
Okay,
door.
don't forget you have the headphones on. Okay,
Yeah.
made that mistake before.
That's for sure. You want to go top or bottom rack? You can 50-50 this.
Well, actually, I don't know. Okay, I'm just thinking. So there's the baffle plate, which I don't know what that is. There's something about the something about the baffle plate, but I don't even know if this has a baffle plate. That might just be an offset smokers. Trying to picture. We're gonna do the top because we want to protect the top, protect the bark, and the heat's gonna be coming from the bottom. Is it right? It's right? Okay.
Excellent job. Okay. All right, what are you changing it to?
Okay, I'm gonna change it to 200 because this is gonna go overnight. So 200's at 10 smoke. All right, so we're gonna leave these for oh wait, I can't ask Jeremy. So I guess, you know what, I'm gonna wake up early and check on them, I think. Then we'll evaluate and decide what we're gonna do. Good night. Good morning, everyone. It's the next day. So we're gonna take a look at these beef ribs. I haven't touched them, haven't looked at them, probably slept a little longer than I should have. I'm doing this by myself right now. Jeremy's still resting. We're still going at 200, but I think I need to decide whether I'm gonna wrap or if it's ruined or charred. It could be any of those things. So let's open up the Camp Chef and see how it's going. I would say this is looking definitely a little bit burnt. I don't remember Jeremy's beef ribs ever looking this dark. Well, the bark should be dark, but I mean the bones. I don't really think that they should be that color. Let's see if they're too hot. Got a thermopin here. Let's see how it goes in. Okay. Feels like butter, but kind of like a tough butter. So that's a good sign. What's the temp? All right, we're at 178, 179. Oh, that one felt really smooth. 186. Ooh, I would say that's kind of like butter, but it still feels slightly tough compared to what I think Jeremy's normally describing. So I know that we need to make it hotter. It's still going at 200. I think I need to bring it up to, let's try, so normally Jeremy cooks at 250, 275, I thought. So I'm going to move it up to 250. Okay, the fat on top is still kind of bouncing back, which I think he says is not completely rendered. Maybe that's just for brisket, I don't know. That tastes really good. Game plan. I think I'm gonna wrap these in butcher paper and then we'll bump it up to 250 and wait until it reaches 203, I think, or around there until it feels like butter. So let's go. Really quick, I thought you might want to see a close-up of the thermometer going in. Okay guys, I ran into a problem here. I was checking the temps, seeing how it was going. It kept increasing and I thought, okay, probably 30 more minutes it's gonna be done. So I came back out and checked and the temperature was, instead of being at 190 where it was down to 175 or something like that. And I thought, what in the world happened? So I opened the little computer screen and it said error, flame extinguished. So I opened up the lid and I could see that there were still pellets in there, but I ended up pulling Jeremy over here and he said there was no more pellets actually going into the thing. So he had to just fix it and reset it for me. So we're back on track. It smells amazing. I wish you could smell it. Just so you can see where we are right now. Let's take a temp. 181. 182. All right. So it's continuing to climb. Hopefully it won't be that much longer. Okay, this is a little confusing to me because it's still at 185. However, it feels like butter going in. So I think I'm just gonna take it off in probably 5 minutes. I could regret my decision. However, I think it's gonna be the right one. I'm gonna set a timer for 5 minutes, come back and get it. Okay, man, it's freezing out here. So I went in and asked Jeremy to see if he would tell me what to do. So I told him the dilemma that it feels like butter, but it's only at 185. And he said, well, that's the pitmaster's call. So I guess I'm just gonna decide myself, and that is officially, I'm gonna take them off. But for reference, I just wanna know what the final temperature is that I'm pulling them off. All right, 188. Okay, got them off. We're gonna bring them inside to rest for a little while, and then we'll be tasting them.
So it's many hours later. How did the cook finish up?
So when I first checked it this morning, it pretty much seemed like it was done or a little too burnt.
Okay.
So I went ahead and wrapped it.
Any tallow?
It felt too, oh no, I didn't use any tallow.
Should use your Wagyu
I
tallow.
forgot about that.
Included here. We'll put a link in the description. It always helps to make
man.
stuff extra fatty and juicy. But anyway.
I'm not sure how I forgot about that. It did go in really easily. Just
Okay.
felt a little tough. So I wrapped it and then I put it on the bottom shelf.
Okay, meat up or down?
Meat up.
Okay.
Should I have put it on the bottom shelf?
I wouldn't have, but if you did, I definitely would have gone bone side down to protect it because you increased the temperature, right?
Yeah,
To
and that's what I
250.
did. Yeah, I increased the temperature to 250.
Okay. Then you let it go until it felt right. What temperature did you pull it off at?
I pulled it off at 185. We had some technical errors because
You didn't put any more pellets in there.
yeah, and it went off. I didn't know why, but there were pellets in there still. They weren't
Just
going.
kind of on the side of the
Yeah.
hopper. It was out of
So I
pellets.
thought that there was some problem.
She was like, it's going down in temperature. Like the temperature's going down.
Once I fixed that, obviously the temperature started going back up, but it seemed like it was just taking forever. It was just staying at 185. It felt like butter though.
Okay, so either you made the right pitmaster call or you made the most rookie mistake ever pulling it off too early. There's no way to know until we cut open this rack of beef ribs and find out.
Oh, also we held it in the oven for several hours.
That's fine. That's actually a good thing.
Okay.
So first thing, the wrap is very, very loose, which is going to wick out a bunch of water, which is going to extend the cook a lot longer. So that could be part of the reason why it wasn't climbing to the finished temp that you were looking for. But when you're cooking at those high temperatures, you're breaking down collagen and connective tissue, and it's time and temperature that matter. So you could hold something at 185 degrees for long enough to get completely tender.
Okay.
But usually that's harder to determine. So if you're cooking hot enough, you have kind of a built-in set amount of time that it's at those higher temperatures. When you reach, say, 205 or 200, you're pretty much guaranteed to be in the ballpark of being the right amount of tender. You're going to slice them open for us and we'll evaluate?
Yeah, and then maybe you should slice to see how it actually feels.
I think you're just wanting me to slice these for you.
No, I want to do one. I want to slice it.
Okay. Here we go. Ta-da! Good looking bark.
Do they look too burnt?
No, it's not burnt. This is all soft. This is bark. Not burnt. It's bark. So Erica, really good job. Feels a little tight to me, but it could be just right.
It looks tight to me.
Might be,
It looks rubbery.
relatively speaking, it's going to be plenty tender to eat, but maybe we'll just know for next time. All right, you want to slice these open?
I have no idea what this normally would feel like.
Ooh, the steam. Show the camera. There we go. Not bad. Looks good. The steam is killer. Steam showing up. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now this is the one you want to hold up.
Oh, okay, dang.
Look at that. See the marbling in there?
But it doesn't look it looks not that great.
It looks pretty darn good. Look at that smoke ring.
I didn't do that though, the smoker did that.
But still. See? If these had gotten a little bit hotter, I think that fat would have liquefied.
Yeah, that doesn't look good.
It's the first thing you've ever barbecued. These are going to be incredible compared to the first thing most people have ever barbecued. Where it was a little thinner on that side, you can see where more of the fat liquefied.
Thank you, Bright Sellers. See if this pairs well with the dry rub ribs. I'm disappointed, but I see
You're disappointed. This is incredible for the
No.
first thing that you've ever
I'm
smoked on
comparing them to your beef ribs, and I can see all of the fat in there.
It's okay.
Which one are you doing?
I'll take a bite of this one.
That
Okay.
looks good. We should both take a bite of that one.
Focus.
Tenderness on a scale of 1 to 10, if yours are a 10, maybe a 6. The rub is great, but I didn't do anything about that.
You chose it, and that's enough.
Okay. I don't taste that much smoke. That's what I was worried about with choosing a rub, that it was gonna block out the
Smoke is definitely there. Smoke is nice. Like for a pellet grill, because you didn't use any wood chunks in the smoker box. So for just straight pellets, that's really nice smoke flavor. It's not, 1,000-gallon offset smoke flavor. It's more subtle, but it's just really nice and well-rounded.
It's good.
Any other comments here?
It's tender enough to leave a bite mark.
True. So is a carrot. Roasted. This is still nice and juicy. You didn't overcook it, which is nice, which means that there's going to be plenty of fat still in there. You haven't cooked it all out. They're not as tender as they should be. If you pulled them at 185, I would have let them go to 195. These were close to being tender. The rub choice is nice, but I just like simplicity with beef ribs because they're so darn good. I just want salt and I want pepper to show up and really balance it out with that sharpness. You see how this underneath dried out?
Yeah.
That's because when you have something right on the bottom rack next to the baffle, it really has a lot of radiant heat and really dries stuff out. So that's why this membrane on the back is so tough. But it helped lock in the moisture. For your first attempt, the only thing I would have said is let it go longer. If it hadn't flamed out because there were no pellets, if you had just taken it to 200 and then pulled it off, it would have been golden. It would have been perfect.
I'll have to do a round 2.
I'm here for it. That's good. I'll tell you this. For your first attempt at barbecue, it's about 10 million times better than my first attempt at barbecue. My first attempt at barbecue was so over-smoked and undercooked. It was amazing that I even choked it down. Overall, very impressive. Here's the thing that we said we were going to analyze in the beginning.
Oh yeah. How much would I pay for this?
If somebody gave me this beef rib on a plate with a couple sides, what would I pay for it? What did I say? I predicted 19. I would definitely pay 30, 35 bucks for it. It's reasonable. I mean, especially this one, this big guy.
You would pay $35 for this?
Yeah.
I was thinking
No,
I would
because
even
other
go 19.
places would charge that for way lesser food.
I would eat this at a friend's house or at my house, but I don't think I would want to pay for it.
You wouldn't pay anything for it? If you went to a barbecue restaurant and they served this, what would you think?
Actually, this one, yeah, it's pretty good. This one was drier.
That's because you took it so long without wrapping. So there's a dance you do between bark and a soft exterior.
Do you enjoy eating this more than, because you didn't cook it, do you enjoy eating this on the pellet grill more than you enjoy eating yours that you made?
100%.
Because he won't ever eat his. He makes 20 briskets, doesn't even want to take a bite of it. He goes and gets ice cream.
Correct. Overall, raw barbecue score.
And it's like a school grade paper.
We can do that. I'll give you a C+.
A C+.
Hold on. First time ever attempting to smoke anything, I'll give you a solid A.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is totally edible. No, these are great. When you're eating great barbecue, this should happen. You just have this layer of rendered fat all over your fingers. Actually, these are really good.
Okay, thanks.
If I went to a top 25 barbecue restaurant in Texas and they served me this, I'd be like, what? This is
know.
the best?
Me too.
If somebody said, hey, I cooked these, you want to try them? And I tried them, I'm like, oh, this is good. Hey, well done.
Maybe that's why I'm disappointed.
And then if
because-
somebody said, this is the first barbecue I've ever cooked in my life, and I tried these, I'd be like, huh, well done.
You know what? Me too. Thinking about it from an outside
Exactly.
perspective.
You know, I think about it, I am awesome.
No, I mean, thinking about it, if someone had gave these to me, I'd say, these are good. Mm-hmm. But I think I'm just disappointed in myself because it's me, and
Well-
I'm comparing them to Goldie's to Franklin to Snow's. I'm comparing it to all the top barbecue restaurants in Texas that I've had, which is
So you've been spoiled. So for somebody who's never cooked barbecue, you've eaten a remarkable amount of incredible barbecue.
yeah. Wait, let me take one more bite.
Can I see? What's that? Got her. How's it pair with the wine? Does it actually match well? Maybe it cuts through the richness and stuff.
It does.
Really? Okay, so they were
Yeah,
right.
it just makes your mouth kind of pucker up and sour. Yeah, it just balances well.
The cards were correct. Dry rub ribs do pair well. Okay, so guys, this was kind of a fun thing for us to do.
Yeah.
It was actually very impressive. You did a really good job, especially
Thanks. Now I
considering
wonder-
it was the first time ever. So respect.
Thanks, but I wonder how it would have been if it had been an offset. So I'm looking at you, Fat Stack.
I think we're gonna try it again, and we'll throw down the gauntlet. What do you think about a cook-off?
What should I challenge you to?
It's gonna be a surprise for me next time.
Oh, like beat Bobby Flay.
Okay, so next time you throw down the gauntlet, okay? And so you make up the challenge, you tell me what we're cooking, then we'll have somebody else come in and taste it. Great job.
Thanks.
If you guys have any ideas of what we can do for the cook-off, you can let us know in the comments. This was cool. If you guys are wondering if you can cook really good beef ribs
Yeah.
by watching the videos, you definitely can.
Yeah, especially because I
but-
didn't even watch the videos again. So if I actually had followed his instruction,
Just follow the steps.
yeah,
You'll
it
get
probably would have been good.
You can even loosely follow steps and end up pretty good.
Yeah.
So, hey guys, thank you so much for watching. I want to thank Bright Cellars one more time for sponsoring today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to be a part of a bigger barbecue community, talk to other people who love barbecue, go over to Patreon. You can join there and you can talk to other barbecue nerds who love barbecue on the Discord. We chat there pretty much every single
He's
day.
always talking on there. Get on the
Always
Discord.
talking on Discord. You can send me direct messages. You can ask me questions, all kinds of stuff. You can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Mad Scientist BBQ. So thank you, Erica, and we'll see you guys next time.